This is Luna, a 2-year-old Doberman, a lot of pulling. She is highly dog reactive. She hears dogs in our back area and she's freaking out. I take the leash just to give the lady a break. Highly reactive, pulls hard, freaks out on walks, will bite the owner's leg, and she pulled the owner so hard that she like pulled his back, like he has a back problem now. They also don't know what she's going to be like with other dogs. That's why she's here. I'm saying it's starting right now. You just can't leave me. Okay, we're going to fast forward a little bit. She's going to meet Prince. She's going to meet other dogs. And then I'm going to make this video a 2-part video where the second video I'm going to show you is her walking with the owner, the guy owner. And he did a really good job. For a dog this tough, she's so reactive on a leash. She didn't even see a dog up top and she was flipping out. She's strong as well. She pulls, she barks, she gets her body directly in front of you. And you're going to see me talking to them about that. I'm not going to probably go to any original audio. I'm just going to talk you through it on this voiceover. So she's just a crazy puller, crazy stimulated by other dogs. Look at. So I'm now going to approach Prince, who is on the deck. And this process is going to take as long as this process takes. Okay? I am not going to use treats. That's not going to work. I'm not going to use praise. This is going to be the leave me, get a correction process, don't leave me, and we are going to slowly progress to see Prince. The reinforcement is that you're going to go see a dog. Look at this. Look at her pulling. Now I'm going to let her go and then little correction to the side. She doesn't look at me once. You want your dog to look at you. Okay, and I'm going to be nice. Like, I'm not being hardcore. I'm just saying you are on a leash. You cannot go wherever you want to go on a leash. This is going to help her leash reactivity when they're from Oakland. Look at this. Okay, now she sees Prince. I'm being pretty chill. Look at this. Look at this pulling. Look at my body leaning the other way. I can barely stop her on a normal collar. She needs a gentle leader. Now I let her go a little bit, give her a correction. Now you guys see me put my hands up like that. Here's why. These dogs, look at her just stare at Prince. There's no taking her eyes off Prince. These dogs like this, they get in this habit of flipping around and then they come back and then they put their body on you and they touch you so they can scan the world for dogs. You're not touching me. I say keep them on an island. You don't want their tail touching you. You don't want their body. Look at, then she started to get it. She goes, oh yeah, I'm going to get a correction. So I might as well flip around. She still isn't taking her eyes off Prince. I'd much rather see her look at me occasionally, but she just can't. Her brain is so highly stimulated that the wins we're going to get are like her not pulling, her not lunging. We're not going to get a look at us. Look at, she is hesitating a little bit. Another correction, and then she backs up. She used to, and I'm avoiding her. You want to back up into me? I'm not there. You got to change things up for these highly leash reactive dogs. Okay, now meeting Prince through the gate. Not looking good. Staring right at him, up on the fence, full eye contact with him at his house, just saying, I don't like you. Okay? But we are going to be a little surprised when she meets Prince. And you're going to see me in my face, me kind of give the thumbs up. I didn't expect what's going to happen, but you guys are going to get to watch it. Look, do you see that knee? She wants to just go and just go, I don't even know where this guy is. I'm just going to follow this dog. You're going to run into me. And I'm not going to give. I'm not going to avoid you. You're going to run into me and you're going to hit my knee. And you might not want to run into me anymore. That's the thinking. Okay, I call it like a natural punisher. I see dogs do it all the time. They don't look where they're going because they're so worked up and they like run into a fence. Yeah, you might want to look where you're going. It's natural. It's a natural punisher. Nothing really happened there. The dog ran into me. I didn't give. They ran into me. I didn't even do anything hardly. Okay. So talking to him, and we're going to put the gentle leader on just because we have zero control. If you have a dog like this, you have to use a gentle leader. They use the prong because it was the only thing that could keep her from pulling. But you've heard what I say about prongs. They can sometimes cause leash reactivity. They can help pulling, but cause leash reactivity. And I hope that makes sense. Those are two different things. Okay? They can make the dog dislike the other dog more, but they can help the dog not to pull. So we're going to put the gentle leader on, and then we are going to let Prince out. We're going to keep the muzzle on. and you're going to see Prince come out in just a minute. Okay, so meeting and Prince, we're going to open the gate. You're going to see Prince in the foreground. She's got a gentle leader on. She still has a muzzle on. There's Prince barking, but see the play bow with barking? And I'm going to let her go up. And she's bold, right? I'm ready. I'm ready to give her a correction if she does anything. She's bold, though. She'll just roll right up to a dog. It's no wonder they can't let this dog meet other dogs. It's obvious. Who's going to let their dog that looks like this meet other dogs? But when she actually meets the dog, she actually looks pretty good. And you're going to see really goodness soon. Play bow right there. Look at me. I'm like stoked. Look at this. Playing with Prince. It's wonderful. Play. All play. Prince likes her too. That tells us something, right? A lot of play. Well, this gives us hope. She looks great. So I'm going to start to take the muzzle off. She's doing too many play bows for me to get the muzzle off. And I tell them, that's a good problem to have. Can't get the muzzle off because there's too many play bows. But this is an interesting thing that happens right here. Watch this. And goes at Prince. It was half-assed. I actually watched it pretty slow. It wasn't a full go at him. Or it wasn't as bad. She could have like kind of nipped him, but she didn't. But it's not cool. So you might say, you've heard me say in the past, muzzles don't stop aggression. They just stop dogs from going to the vet. This dog, either there's something I didn't see, or she actually is smart enough to realize that I'm going to go at them even when I'm not going to go at them when the muzzle's on, but I'm going to go at them with the muzzles off, which is odd. It's not common. Not as common as you think. Dogs' brains don't go, oh, muzzle's on, I can't bite, I'm not going to freak out. No, they still freak out on a muzzle all the time. They even try to bite in a muzzle. Most dogs don't get it that they can't bite when the muzzle's on. They just go, oh, there's something annoying on my face. The gentle leader's something annoying on their face too. It's a weird thing. So she may have been like, the muzzle's off, I can now go at the guy, which is pretty high level thinking. So we're going muzzle back on, leash off, okay? We are not ready to take this muzzle off based on those two goes at Prince. She did one, then she did another one. It's like, okay, muzzle back on, this isn't safe. Look at her, she's just so stimulated. So stimulated. I'm stepping on the leash. We're going to put the muzzle back on. She's going to play with Prince. Then she's going to also play with multiple other dogs. Here we're going to go to the pasture. She's going to run around with him. And she looks pretty good. All right, now in the pasture, playing with Prince. Prince is running around. She looks good. They need to get this dog with other dogs safely. Dogs cannot, it'll help leash reactivity because dogs will be less novel if she plays with other dogs. And she kind of likes other dogs. She's not nearly as bad meeting as you would think. Her pulling and lunging and barking when she first came, and then towards Prince, and then to Prince at the gate did not indicate what she was going to do when she met Prince. Does that mean that all that worked upness is just, oh, she just wants to play? Absolutely not. And a lot of you guys think that. Your dogs are like crazy reactive, and you're like, they just want to play. And I'm like, yeah, maybe a little. They also want to meet the dog and go at the dog. They also are just highly stimulated. Like, it's a lot of things. It's not just play. But with her, there is an aspect of I just want to meet that dog in order to play, but it's not as big as you think. She kind of gave Prince a little getaway from you there that I just saw for the first time. Now she's going to meet Maisha. You guys have met Maisha, seen Maisha in my videos before. She's going to meet Maisha. Right now we're just going to open because I know Maisha is not going to go at her. Oh, I am going to put her on a leash. So we're going to put her on a leash just for control. Maisha's going to come out. How does she look? Not great. Just staring the dog hard in the eyes. But this dog has to meet other dogs. There's Maisha. She's not going to go at Luna if Luna goes at her. That's why I chose her. And meeting. The female thing can sometimes not be great, right? She liked an unneutered male like Prince. Does she like a female like Maisha? Yeah, there's your first play bell right there. Looks really good. Meeting. Looks good. Looks good. She's then going to meet Lucky in a minute. Okay. She looks good. Now she's going to meet Lucky, neutered male. Watch her tail. She doesn't look great right there. Correction. Sit down. It's enough. Lucky's a night goes at him right there. You guys, you can't put up with this nonsense. Okay? She sometimes looks good. She sometimes looks bad. You can't put up with it. She cannot go at nice dogs. Your dog cannot go at nice dogs. Watch me. Whenever corrections are given, quit watching the dog. Watch what I do. Okay? So she went at the dog. I gave her a correction. She just said, I don't care. I'm just going to keep looking at that dog. And then I put her in a sit. I touched her butt. Now she's a little bit different. These dogs are all full of themselves. They think they can do whatever they want. And you guys are like, yeah, I don't let my do whatever I want, my dog. But you don't do the right things when they do. You got to touch them a certain way. You got to correct them a certain way. You got to have the right attitude that it's unacceptable. And what are you going to do about it? You're going to remove them. You're going to correct them the instant they do it. You're going to remove them. You're going to have them sit. They're going to say, yeah, but I want to get up. You're going to say, I don't care what you want to do. You just attacked a nice dog. Then you're going to let them do it again. You're going to say, go meet your friend. And they're going to be either good or not good. You know, I just explained what you're going to do when they're not good. But you got to let them meet again. You got to do this with a nice dog like Lucky or Maisha or Prince. I know these dogs might be hard to find. You can't do it on a walk. You might be able to do it on the walk, but you generally can't. But this is the process. This is. The other dog either needs to correct your dog or you need to correct your dog. Rarely is there a case that the dog is like, okay, gets a correction, and I make her sit in no uncertain terms. And then I stand there. Like, I am the boss of this situation. You cannot be mean. You're going to let your kid go and kick a nice kid for doing nothing? You wouldn't let it happen. Just like you wouldn't let your dog do it. But you guys don't know what to do. So with these videos, I try to tell you what to do. Okay, now go meet your friend again. I applied the punishment. The punishment was correction, the punishment was sit. It's not always the same. You've seen in my videos, it's sometimes different. If they're on a leash, it is always a leash correction. Right at the moment they do the wrong thing. If they're off leash, it's always a clap and a hey. It's a marker. Okay, when you have the leash on, the leash is the marker. It is also the punishment. When you don't have a leash on, the clap is the marker. It is a tiny bit of a punishment. And then, look at another one. All day. This is not your house to be mean to dogs. I don't care why you want to be mean. She goes, I'm going to go. I go, I don't care what you want to do. I'm tamping her down. Again, we'll do this all day. She wants to just go, yeah, but I want to go to the pool. So I'm going to just leave this guy while I'm on a leash. No, you're not. Correction. She says, yeah, I want to go in that area. I say, I don't care what you want to do. It's over for the dog doing whatever it wants to do. Now, these owners have done a good job. He's actually a really good leash walker. And you're going to see that in the next video, where we go on a walk and we go through a gauntlet of 2 dogs barking at 2 gates right next. And she's stimulated and she goes a little nuts. But he does about as good as you can do, as a client can do, on dealing with her. Because you're not just going to stop it. I mean, this is 30, 40 minutes into the session. The walk is 50 minutes into the session. Like, it's 50 minutes of training. The dog's not going to be perfect. Now off leash. So now the correction is going to be a mark with a clap, a grab, and a sit. And then maybe I release her to go play with your friends. And if I think that she runs too hard to be with her quote unquote friends, I'm going to grab her again, put her in a sit. No. You got to roll up to your friends nicely. Plus, when they just run from you after you do a sit stay, they're already in their own world. You got to be involved in their life when they are highly stimulated. They got to know you're there. When I'm on a leash and a dog is highly stimulated, do you think they know I'm there? Yeah, they know I'm there. Leash pops, not because I'm talking to them, but because I'm communicating through the leash. Do you think, like, if she doesn't look good, you'll usually see me walk up and get in the dog's line of sight when they're off leash? So I'll usually be like, I'm here. The guy who didn't let you do whatever the heck you want to do around these dogs, I'm in the middle of it, okay? You're in the middle of it. The boss is in the middle of it. She doesn't get to do whatever she wants to do around other dogs. Okay, guys, that is the video. This is Luna, 2-year-old, highly stimulated, highly reactive on-leash Doberman who had some play in her, oddly enough. That was quite a shake from Lucky, who had some play in her, oddly enough. Goes in the pool, which is always a good thing. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the video. That's it.